Hey, hey, hey. Let me know if you can see or hear me, or both. um, buddy of mine does think that he was able to not fix. Well, if you can see and hear me, fix it. But it's a band aid. It is the motherboard. Um, he replaced one of the capacitor diodes that crossed and knick-knacked, and he has them arced together. Don't know. I used to do that 20 years ago. 30 years ago. Oh boy. So Uncle Victor says that he can see both. So that's a good thing. Good day, Matt. So we'll just wait for a couple more people to come in. Just trying to get things going here. And by the thumbnail, you will know that there's been some, not changes. It's all for the good. We're getting closer, right? So Jesse and I, we're going to be chit-chatting with Terry quite a bit. Although, I pretty much have been talking to Terry once a week for quite a while. But I don't mind. Again, there's a lot of first-time cruisers. And I don't want to fill you full of I don't want to make this sound like, how do I just don't want to put any false promises out. It's a vacation. Everybody's able to do whatever they want to do. The first C day, we will be doing our meet and greet, our casino pull, and he's going to find out, because whenever I went with Carnival, the roller coaster they shut that down until you were at port. But Terry thinks that with NCL, they run the race cars when they're not in port, which would be perfect for us. Perfect. Hey, Helena. So again, I just wanted everybody to, kind of get up to the speed where we're at right now. I've had a lot of people ask, what needs to be done? What do I need to do? How do I do it? Terry will reach out to each and every single person. He has started this week. I believe he was chit-chatting with Jerry the other day, and I believe he's contacted a couple other people. But you know what, folks? We still have, I think Monday we counted it, we still have 22 months. And that's going to fly, because it's already been almost 20 months since we booked it. Not quite. I guess 14 months since Jesse came up with this harebrained scheme of, filling a boat full of friends and family. And I've had another question, and I really want to put that out. First of all, the people that are watching this on the rerun, make sure you go up and click that thumbs up. It just helps me. And leave some comments. It just shows that people are ready to go. They want to talk. They want to chat. It's going to push it. And again, more people that find out about the trip. We just had one person contact me last night. I was watching Mike and Terry, and I was discussing with this other person. They were like, "Well, how much is it?" and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I can't tell you that. It all depends on what you want. You can do this as cheaply as you want, or you can go right out and get the presidential suite that's, I think, $65,000 a week. I don't know. I said to Jesse, why are you not booking that for us? But he turned me down. So Debbie and I were laughing and joking about that on the weekend. Hey, buddy. I'm like, even if I had millions and millions and millions of dollars, why in God's name would I ever spend? Like, you could almost live on a cruise ship for a year for the kind of price. Hey, there's my sister. I don't know, Glenda, if you want to come up, chat about your end, whatever tickles your fancy. I know you guys are appointments today, and I totally respect that. Simply Vigo, hello, and there's Beth. Oh, and Terry, in a bit I'm driving. It doesn't mean that my brother can't come up and talk. But anyways, I'm only joking. You stay off that phone. I know you're using voice to text, but I still want you to stay off the phone until you stop driving. Well, Hank, relax. It's one of your it's one of my children that aren't furry. It's fine. I'll just send you the link here, Glenda, and then you have it whenever you want to come up. But again, Terry wanted me to reiterate that everybody is welcome to make as many payments as they want, or if they want to save the money and pay it off all at the end, that's up to them. But you're not held to so many payments. You want to throw, $100 on this week or $5 on next week, that's totally fine. It just cushions the blow in 14 months. Go ahead, Jerry. You're the numbers man. Oh. Well, that's not good. Hey, Coastal. That'll teach you for ordering food. Ha ha ha. Numbers are starting to get up there, guys. I'm just kind of I just don't want to go over a whole bunch of times. Not that it's a bad thing. If people don't have to rewatch it, they can just do it all together. That's fine. But you have, there you go, 570 days. So really 568 days before most of us are going to meet in Seattle. And 450 days, and it has to be 100% paid. That's the cutoff date, 90 days out. or 120, whatever it is. Again, all I know is I got to have it paid by April 25th. I think 26th is the day, but I'm putting in my noodle. It's the 25th, so it'll be done. Hey, Johnny. So there's some people that that are thinking that it oh hey Johnny, remember what you got yesterday? Well, I don't care about mine. Look what I just got. It took an extra day to come all the way up north. Just saying. Now that is funny. I was in all the lives last night, guys. I was getting better, but I have went the other way. So they have me on a very, very strong antibiotic for a month straight. So it kicked the living out of us. And Debbie takes the same one for her. Well, anybody that has diverticulitis. This is one of the major antibiotics that they use. Well, it's also used for what I have. Oh, man. I tell you what, it pains the joints. I see you there, Lila. I'll get to all the questions here in a minute. So Johnny got a Christmas card from Sherman Family Farms yesterday. Yes, one day before February. Now, the telltale sign is when it was actually mailed. But it's actually quite funny that I get it on Procrastination Thursday. Because he did procrastinate sending these. And Josh, whenever you watch this, brother, I love you, man. But if there is one person that procrastinates worse than I do, it's you. That's all I got to say. Actually, I got to say, that's, what are we today? February 1st, right? So that's 7 days. Took 6 days to go to Oklahoma, 7 days to come to Canada. Woo-hoo, wow. And we complain about our postal service. I think they're in cahoots. What do you say? But anyways, I got it. I got it on Procrastination Thursday. I have to open it on Procrastination Thursday. Actually, it might have even been here yesterday because I don't think anybody checked the mail yesterday. I was having a horrible day. Oh, love it. Wow. So, yeah. That's right. Merry Christmas. And a beautiful family photo. And some very loving, kind words in there. But we'll just leave that between Josh and I. Yeah, exactly. He's what, Johnny, a 3-hour drive from you? And he's a 20. Well, whenever we figured it out that I was going to try to drive down to Tin Killer, it was 20. It's actually faster for me to drive to Florida than what it is to Oklahoma. But again, Florida's straight down, a little to the east. Oklahoma's down, but quite a bit to the west. So that's where it is. So I will be bringing Johnny up as long as he wants to after to talk about Tin Killer. If you haven't, go to Amy's live that they did, I want to say Sunday. I had to stop watching it because it's killing me that I can't go. But you know what? It is what it is. And there's always, well, the next year is probably going to be, the next time that we throw arms around each other will probably be on the, or be before the ship, but it is what it is. But then we've got 17, we got 9, we got almost 10 days together. We'll see if we're still friends after 10 days straight. I love it. So yes, oh yeah, right. I gotta get this to see, I'm procrastinating, guys. I still got, oh my goodness, these little things, they're called pretzel bites. Oh boy, a little bit of butter in between. That's lunch. It was very good. Log in. Yes, you're going to want a code. Let me go get the code. That's one thing, you know, it's so sad that you've got to put so many codes in to protect your privacy and, you know, and yes, we've chose to be on social media, but, you know, it just gets tiring every now and again that, you know, you have to save yourself 150 different ways. Okay. Oh yeah. So, oh, right. Paste. There you go, Glenda. Oh, there's Miss Ann. Say hello. Actually, I'm not Miss Ann. I'm going back down. So, I'm on 3 days into it now, but 4 weeks of intensive, very strong antibiotics. And oh, yeah. Yeah, you just give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready to go there, Glenda, and you can talk away, or you can wait until you're done eating too. It's all good. I know it's just you're really busy today. Grow Big TV, Joe. What's going on, sir? Yeah, thank you, Lila. It is what it is. But we're so blessed that we're going with a cruise line that actually sanitizes their hot tubs daily. And they test it throughout the day. So even if a kid does go piddle, there's so much chlorine and whatever in the hot tubs that it kills it like that. But I'd say 6-1. Kids, like for every 6 kids on Carnival, there's 1 on NCL. It's just an older, it's more geared towards our age group where, yeah, if you want to stay up and have a great time until midnight, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, go for it. There's a few spots open. There's a little pub that's open 24 hours. So if you go and you have a few beverages and you want some nachos or some wings at midnight, I think it's called local on that ship. There, because it's newer, they changed the name because it was different on the Breakaway than what it is on this ship, but it's in essence the same thing. It's really good pub food, good breakfast. So the meet and greet, what we're planning, and I'm in the process right now, so long as we stay under a certain number, they will do a buffet breakfast for us whenever we do our meet and greet. And it's nothing formal. It's just, if you don't know anybody, you're going to get to know them by the time the meet and greet's over. And then we'll, give everybody enough time to go grab a snack or go grab a drink. Starbucks is a thing. I know Glenda's going to sit there like a little girl and go, ooh. She probably will be getting the Starbucks package. And if I'm not mistaken, the Starbucks package really isn't that much more if you like it. The one drink that I like and Josh likes, I won't be getting it. NCL does have pretty good coffee. Let's put it this way. It's a lot better than the lower Mississippi. That's how I gauged my coffee whenever I was driving 18-wheeler in Canada and the US. Once I got down to a certain line, it went from coffee to hot water with a little bit of a taste. Upgrades. Packages. There we go. Starbucks is $108 per person. Now, I would never use that, so I won't be getting it. But what I did is I got the priority boarding, which comes with room service in our rooms. That saves everybody a whole lot of headache because I'm not the friendliest person without my coffee.
Talk to you before you get your coffee.
Exactly. See, my children know. Don't talk to Dad until he's at least had 2 sips of coffee.
Mom's the same.
Yes, Debbie is the same. Now, Glenda, yep. Glenda. Yes. Glenda, you're good. I'll bring you up in a second. Now, Lila did have a question. Let me go find that. I'm included in that meeting in Seattle, right? You're coming. I don't know when you're coming. Everybody's responsible to get themselves to a hotel. Glenda can speak a little bit more. She has rough numbers. But what we're going to do is see if we move back half a mile, is that going to save $50, $60 a night? We don't know yet. And again, there's a lot of people that don't even want to talk to us yet because we're 20 months, we're about 18 months out from whenever they book. Now, some of them are like, you want to book how many rooms? Yeah, let's do it. And for when? But don't forget, folks, this is high travel season in the West Coast. So if you were to type in right now, you'd probably get the exact same room for $180 right now. But you're not going to pay that during high tourist season. And there's, like I was saying here, let me bring.
Hey, I'm just stuffing my face.
That's okay. You stuff away. But, like Glenda and like Jesse and I were talking, you gotta weigh. It might be a little bit more to stay downtown close to the pier. But how much is it going to keep costing you to go back and forth with an Uber to stay in one of the cheaper hotels? So I found a hotel. It was like $199 a night. It looked like a beautiful hotel, but it's the next city. Well, it's like I looked it up, and I think it was a 26 or 27 minute drive.
Right.
Well, how much is that going to cost us in an Uber? That's going to cost you a mint, probably $50 a shot every time you go. So if you come and go once a day, because obviously we're going to try to amalgamate everybody into one hotel if they want, or, the hotel's all on you guys. We're not booking that. We're going to block off a certain amount of rooms for a certain amount of time. If you want in, golden. If you don't, it's on you. And
right.
It all depends on when you're going in. Most of the people I've talked to are going in 2 days early, and they're staying a day after the cruise. And the only reason I'm doing that is for selfish reasons. Going home, if I was to fly out of Seattle Sunday afternoon, I wouldn't get back to Canada until Monday afternoon. It's almost 24 hours in the sky and layovers. But yet if I wait and fly out Monday morning, I'm only 8 hours with layovers, and I'm back in Ottawa. So it just doesn't make sense for us to go. And yes, we will. You folks will be the first ones to find out. Glenda can say the ones that she's already kind of looked at, or but nothing is formal.
Right.
And she's just broke the ice, like nowhere even close to being done yet, folks. So don't,
No, and a lot of it has to do with the timing of this. A lot of hotels are not booking right now. So I'm working with the ones that are booking. I've already got a proposal from one hotel. I just got the email. I haven't opened it and looked at it yet. I'm waiting back from another hotel, and I've got a couple more that I need to make a call. So When we get that information, we'll disseminate it out. But it looks like it's going to have to go by maybe a private link, so via email out, so that way you could book. Is way that it's looking, because it's a coupon code for that hotel is the way that it's starting to look. So I'll get that information out once we settle on a hotel. I am taking in consideration that some are going to be coming in a day early and some are coming in 2 days early. So the hotels are very much aware of that. So and I'm trying to stay within as close as I can to that port, because while everything might be within a mile, you're talking a drive of 15 to 20 minutes, even though it's within a mile, because you're in downtown Seattle. So that's something to keep in mind as we're going forward with this. So it's but we'll get information out as quickly as possible. I am actually in the middle of it. I've got another call to put out this afternoon as soon as I can get back from Sir Grice's appointment. I've got another appointment or another.
And like I said, we have lots of time. It's just, I don't want to have people pay an extra $50 if we would have waited an extra couple months.
Right.
So,
right.
And that what we can do with that coupon code, I can flip that into a Word doc, put it on the Cruising Alaska, Seattle, it's Pier 66, Dawn.
Pier 66. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's well, and that's another thing, Johnny. We're watching that too. We've been told good, bad. We're not going to save $20. Go put ourselves into a situation that somebody might get hurt.
Oh heavens, no.
Mm-hmm.
No, and it's no. I won't. I'm in agreement with you too, Johnny. That is something that I have considered. With the hotels we're at, we should be fine. My opinion.
Oh, they'll have like
security and all that. Yeah. But I mean,
that's one thing. There's people that want to do some sightseeing.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to get acclimatized to the time change. Plus, we want to do some sightseeing.
Right.
So,
right.
Again, if we're downtown, it's going to be a heck of a lot cheaper for an Uber or Lyft, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm told just don't go near a taxi.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have a verbal commitment before you step into the cab.
Right.
Right. The people that I've interviewed before, Sherry and JJ, they actually ran into a situation, and thank goodness JJ is a retired vet plus a retired police officer, so they didn't get too far with him. But it's there's I'm told there's one certain area we have to stay away from, and that we plan on doing, and that's
absolutely
it's closer to the stadium. Stadium, and then the thanks, Jerry. There's a major I guess where they tend to set up is across from the fish market.
Right.
But now JJ and Sherry told me there wasn't a soul there. They actually strolled through that park and said it was beautiful. So and they just went too. So
I'm looking at 4, like 3 and 4 star and up. I'm not going to go like with a 1 star. We're not going to go into an area that, unless you want to do it on your own, you go right ahead. I ain't going to stop you. But this girl and Sir Grice, we're not going to do 1 stars or 2. I mean, I'm going up a little bit because of safety. And also I want quality of hotel as well. And so I'm checking reviews as well.
I want to go have fun in Seattle. I don't want to go and get bed bugs in Seattle.
Exactly.
So,
and that's fine. That's fine, Johnny. Totally cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
Absolutely. And that's, we're also looking, Johnny, that there's a restaurant, a coffee shop, and everything right inside the facility. So that if you don't want to go, but you want to go have a pop or, whatever.
Sure.
A coffee downstairs. You don't have to leave. There's a couple places that Jesse and Lisa want to go. There's a couple spots that Debbie and I want to go.
Right.
And
I'm hoping to meet up with friends that were in the military that are now living in the Seattle area. So I'm hoping to catch up with them while we're in town. So we'll see.
If I can give one suggestion, folks, don't go out and buy, sweetheart, you home tonight? Okay, let me know. Love you.
The Flow water?
Yeah. Well, don't go buy the 24 bottle. It's not worth it. Buy the lowest one I think you can buy is 6 bottles. They're cardboard. They're refillable. So you go up to the Lido and to the buffet, and you can fill it with lemonade. You can fill it with water. And that's what Debbie and I used to do.
Is that on the ship? I'm sorry, you lost me.
You pre-order.
Oh, okay.
You pre-order water.
Okay.
Because if you drink the water that's in your room, it's going to cost you a mint.
Yeah.
So you pre-order water, but we don't do that. They'll send us a coupon about 30 days out. 30 days out is when we're going to be moving and shaking and probably gonna have closed, whoever's sailing, we're gonna have a closed group. This is where it's gonna be. This is, we'll have a meeting where everybody can talk, probably on Zoom or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, or there's Teams, or there's so many. But again, that's 520 days out.
Right.
I'm not worried about it.
The other thing, I actually purchased this, and Dale wanted. I did it for the giveaway, for the big giveaway on Amazon. There are these collapsible water bottles that you can get, and you can pack them, just stick them down in your suitcase. That might be something also to look into as well. That's what I think Sir Grace and I are going to have, because I saw those and I went, I want one, and Dale want it, so it's back on my list to get.
Yeah. Well, and that's, it's obviously, I do it for ease. With the amount of pills that I take and whatever, I don't like using the room water. I want the filtered, I want the good water from upstairs. So I always know that I have 6 liters of drinkable water in my fridge. And every room has got a fridge. It's not a cooler, it's a fridge.
That's good.
So what else is there? So we're pretty much right where the price point where we thought we would for the hotel.
Yeah. We're pretty close.
I'm going to say we're probably, and don't hit me with a wet noodle, but it's going to be roughly between $250 and $300 a night.
Yeah, and the current proposal that I've got, and of course I haven't opened up the email, but I actually got it over the phone.
Yeah.
It's $150 less a night than what it would be if you were to book it on your own. I looked at the time frames of everything, so it's
Wow.
right in that same range. So,
And it's right in the location that you and I were talking about.
it's the one that we talked about. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
It's the one that we talked about already. So
okay, that's the guy that
phone calls to make.
Yep.
So it's not over. So I'm not going to announce where it's at or whatever. But I have one proposal right now.
Yeah.
So, but I do want to. I have a couple more. Some people have given me recommendations, and so I'm going to follow up with those.
Cato, again, there's a mix of YouTubers. There's a mix of family friends.
Right.
I know personally there is some people going that don't like their face all over YouTube.
No.
And I'm going to ask that people respect that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's just a respect thing. Record everything you want.
Sure.
And, you know, if you're doing a live in a certain area, well, then those people just won't go to that certain area. They'll go somewhere else.
Right.
It's not a big deal. It's a big ship.
Absolutely.
And I do believe I'm trying to think where I'm at with my series of our trip. I think might be my next one. I've got some V-roll. We went by the Encore. So I actually got to see the where Lee and Carolyn, where their room is. Our room is on the shore side, so I couldn't see like where most of us are.
Right.
But anybody that's on the port starboard side, I could see those. But it just goes to show the mass of the ship. It's a pretty big ship. But it's high. It's not like the one we were on where it was long, high, and wide. This is, you know, NCL tends to, this is actually the biggest ship they have, is the Encore. They've decided to scale their ships back. Number one, if something was to ever happen on the open seas, it's a lot easier to handle 5,000 people than these mega ships that are 10 to 12,000 people. Like, that's just going to be chaos.
Right.
I'm not saying that, you know, anything would ever do it. It's quite neat. I've watched a couple series on how all the doors close, like downstairs.
Oh.
And it actually acts as extra bladders. It's really, really neat.
That's awesome.
And I'm kind of a geek like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, it's going to be fun.
Oh, absolutely.
We want to be there. Majority of our party will be staying.
We want to know what's going on. They want to hang with us. We want to hang with the cool kids, is what she's saying.
Well, and like I said, you know, there's going to be so many of us, Jamie.
Oh, yeah.
And there's going to be no shortage of, you know, like you, Nick, and the girls. If I'm telling you, if the girls get to see the kids zone, or I forget what they call it on NCL, but it's like a friggin' dream for kids.
Right.
They specialize it at certain age groups, and like the teenagers, it's heaven for a teenager.
So you're telling me that there's a spot for Sir Grace to go.
Oh yeah, we can throw him right in the middle. Oh yeah.
I'll just take him to daycare. No, I'm just teasing.
He'd probably have a blast.
I hope he's watching because I've been picking on this poor guy for so long. The last couple of days, we have had some serious laughs. So,
but yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, and it was really neat to see the size of the track in person.
Oh wow.
And how it comes out over the side. So you're racing, you look down, you're 17 stories off that water, and you're
so it really is Jesus take the wheel, hands up.
Oh, Jesus take the wheel. Either that or Jesus throw me a parachute.
Whee! Who knew? Who knew?
So this is where we have to watch Sir Grace.
I'm holding on to the puppy, so I'm gonna,
Look,
I know where my priority's at. Give me the puppy.
Oh no! The puppers has got to drive. We got to have somebody responsible enough to drive.
Do you know what's funny? And that you say this, if you guys want to know what the puppy looks like, I don't mind. I mean, he's been on YouTube before, but there's a dog very similar to him. Look up Monty, Monty, the driving dog. I tell Sir Grace all the time, this dog is the laziest dog I have ever seen. Look at Monty. He's driving. We could be our designated driver. We have the laziest service dog. I admit to it. Honestly, go look up Monty the driving dog.
No, there is no bumper cars, Linda, because each car. So there's a guy up in a tower, and he's got a crank, and he's also got a switch. And if you get out of control, switch.
For you. You
die. Yeah. You done racing.
It's over.
Please stay in your car till everybody's finished.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will give you like a mile an hour that you finish the course. I've been told to, yeah. So, and I'm actually working on special pricing for that as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Because right now it's $15 for about 7 laps.
Wow.
I'm trying to get it that we're going to do like 3 heats. A man heat, a ladies heat, and then I guess a final heat.
Okay.
But like double it so that it's more like an endurance race. And the better this guy up there knows that you can race, the more he will turn it up.
We'll see like how well you can race. He's in control.
He is, or he or she, whatever, whoever, they are in total control. If they're not sure about your capabilities of racing, that you're rubbing and whatever, your speed will go. But somebody like Johnny, who's, going to get up on 2 wheels to go around somebody, he might get the 40 mile an hour.
Or he might go, he's a race car driver. Let me turn him down. We'll see how good his capabilities are.
Absolutely, Johnny. And that's why I said we know a fella. I'm getting to know him before I even get on the shit.
Yeah, I would say whatever their hours of operation are, Linda. She said, whatever their hours of operation are.
I'm going to try to book it. We get on. So our first C day is Monday. I'm going to try to book it Monday afternoon. If we see the possibility that it's a clear night, I'll see if I can bump it. But I've also got friends that booked it on the Wednesday and it rained the rest of the week. They don't run if there's rain. So they never got to race. So I would hate to, all our bantering and then the letdown that we couldn't race because we waited.
Right.
I just want to get it off. And you know what? That's not saying that we can't all go up after dinner one night and stand in line and pay the $15 and go race again.
Absolutely.
It's just, I really want to get the race off that we've been bantering back and forth. And,
right.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a covered track. Well, some of it's covered, some of it's not. But if it rains, they shut it down because these are all electric cars and they're slicks. So nobody needs to get hurt.
I don't think that would really be Jesus take the wheel for an electric car and it's raining.
No, Jesus ain't going to even take that wheel. He's like, I'm out.
You're making a mistake getting in that thing. That's what he's going to
say. Hey, now Dad deals with you.
Right. Go see God at the pearly gates.
Exactly. You better be nice to St. Paul.
And a tissue ain't gonna help you, Johnny. We can bring all the tissues, but if it's raining, it ain't gonna help you. Just saying.
Well, hey, Johnny's got tissues. Jesse needs a bidet. Just saying.
I mean,
Oh man, it's gonna be a lot of. Hey, Cynthia. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yes. Sorry, guys. This medicine kind of makes me go a little scatterbrained. Yeah, more than normal. The last email that I got last night. Can my family come? Can I bring coworkers? Yes. The more people we get on the ship that's going to know one another, the more fun we're going to have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like Joe's looking at bringing his extended family. Debbie's mentioned it at the hospital. I know there's two nurses are probably going to book today or tomorrow. And they're coming. Another couple that lives up the street from us, they're talking about coming because they just went with not Carnival, but not Royal. Princess. They just went with Princess and they had a horrible time. And it cost them $3,000 more.
Whoa, that's crazy.
They had to pay their own airfare. They had to pay extra for the booze. They had to do this. They had to do that. They had to do. Where NCL, that's all part of our package.
Right.
So.
Right.
I've right around the 40 mark, Lila, 35 to 40, we did have a couple of folks back out due to health reason. And, we knew that was going to happen. So Terry, from his experience and the way, like Jesse and I told him what we have planned on doing some more marketing and getting it out there and whatever. He said we should have no problem getting between 50 and 75 cabins.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
So, but what people have to realize now, if they're not booked, they want to at least get their down payment in because the general public are starting to fill the boat as well. So
Right.
who else is going on the cruise with us?
Lots of people.
Yeah,
Lots and lots of people.
exactly.
So
It's
I guess we'll have to
family,
find out. It's a
family,
family vacation.
co-workers, YouTubers,
Mhm.
subscribers.
Doctors, strangers.
Yeah, no, there's no doctors yet, but you never know. I do know some of the docs, and if they come, they're a hoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, whoever wants to.
I think the real question is because he wants to size up his competition at the race. That is why he's asking. That we know Johnny.
Oh, that's fine. He can get
tries
all his
to
race.
size it up. That's it. That's a true competitor's heart right there. Mhm.
If
Figured him
he
out.
wants to get all his race buddies, we got room.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got room. But it
that cracks me up. Strap on spelled backwards is no parts. Oh my goodness.
wow. But yeah, extended families are coming. There's single people, there's family, you name it. It's been booked already.
Lila, I didn't know this was going to be a dating cruise. I mean,
Lila, have you met Lila?
No, I've not met Lila, but I already know that I'm going to like her.
Oh. Lila needs herself a doctor from New York State. She'll even take Florida. She'll move. She'll go warm. But
I already like Lila. She is good with me.
Like she'll even come to Canada for a doctor because we get the same weather. She's only on the other side of the lake than from me. So
yeah.
Actually, she gets more snow than what we do.
Oh, she gets lake effect snow.
Exactly. She gets the lake effect. So so other than that, I just wanted to let everybody know that, whenever you talk to Terry, there's several things. This is your holiday. This is your cruise. This is not your friend's cruise, whatever. You book what you want to book.
Yeah.
If you and your spouse are going to have 4 beverages roughly a day, then get the alcohol package. Because if you were to drink that much without the alcohol package, it's going to be a heck of a lot more than $300.
Right.
Because that's all the alcohol package. I think the alcohol package is like $306.
Do you have the Starbucks package? Because that is
I
not
did.
just
Oh,
me.
you didn't hear me say that?
No, I heard,
I said
heard a little bit, but I didn't get the price.
$108.78
a person.
Yep.
That might be worth it because I know Sir Grace and his pink foo-foo drink that he's got you hooked on.
I am not gonna go on a ship and pay $108 for foo-foo drinks.
For foo-foo drink?
Not whenever I can get a little bit of something put in a foo-foo drink for free.
Okay, so you're gonna add on and make that package a little bigger. So we're gonna see all kinds of drinks in Scott Farms. We're gonna have foo-foo with a little.
Oh, I love. They call them Miami Vices.
Oh. Okay.
By the time you get a few of those Miami Vices in, your chairs are moving and you're a moving.
Oh my goodness.
It's Yeah, it's $304 is what the alcohol package is,
Okay.
and roughly what a beverage is. Beer's about 10,
Okay.
and wine specialty like JD, stuff like that.
Right.
Your mid to top shelf is about $15.
Okay. Okay.
So it's like they said, 4 beverages, and that's like, if you want to have a shot of Bailey's in your coffee in the morning and a glass of wine at night, that
Yeah.
counts as 2. And if your spouse has 2 beers during the day, that's your 4.
Right. Right.
So, hey, Amy.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm kind
Christy.
of leaning more towards the coffee just because I want to be nice to people.
You
I'm honestly sitting back going, I think I need the caffeine because before caffeine, I'm not a nice person. I'm looking at you going, back up. I mean, like the fire is there. I mean, before coffee.
And that's why I said you guys are going to benefit from the priority boarding, where we have free room service.
I know. I needed to ask about that one. You had me hooked at omelets. You were telling me what you're getting Danishes, so Grace about Danishes.
I think I might even have
omelet. I went, yes, hook a girl up. I like a good omelet.
I think. Oh, no. You're going to want a fresh omelet that's made upstairs in the buffet.
Oh, okay. So this is not fresh then.
Well, it's fresh.
Kind of. Not like, oh, here you go.
This is like your coffee, your juice, your Danishes, just something to, because what we always did is had coffee, Danishes, fresh fruit in the room in the morning, went up, sat in the hot tub for an hour or so, and then had breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on what we were doing in the day, if we were going on an excursion or something, go shower, get dressed, get ready for the port to immigration to let us off the ship.
Right.
You don't go anywhere near deck 4 until you're called that, it'd be the U.S. immigration. Right. Has given us clearance, or U.S. Customs has given us clearance to get off the ship.
Okay.
And so what they do is, soon as we leave Seattle, they will fax Juneau, all our ports of calls. They will fax all our stuff. They'll run everybody through their programs.
Right.
Most of them just run it once. Oh, Josh.
Oh, I have something. I heard about this. I was driving home and I heard about this Christmas card, and he's not late. Josh, y'all getting your cards now? He is early. Give that man some slack. Christmas is how many days away, Josh? Look it up. You're early. I'm
hey,
proud.
Aunt Lynn.
He is early. I'm telling you, the man is like prepared.
Josh,
he is.
Josh, I'm gonna hand over the procrastination hat, brother, because you got me.
I'm not gonna hand over the procrastination. I'm gonna sit back and say, dude, you are early. I gotta take this downstairs. I keep meaning to because I'm like, I want to wear it.
Well, and it's funny because I love the family photo, brother. I love it.
Oh, and Wendy.
It's funny. Yeah, Wendy's here. I was just about to say, and Aunt Lynn, she's here. Where the heck did Johnny go? Johnny be good. Johnny be good. Johnny be good. Well, it looks like whatever he did to my laptop has worked. I haven't even buffered once.
Ooh.
I'm kind of liking it. Are you kidding me?
Wendy, I'm getting that question answered for you. I sent her a message. Wendy had a question. And I was just going to see if maybe I had that. Let's see here. It looks like March 6th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central, Wendy. So that's March 6th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, and that's okay. No problem, Wendy. I got you. I got you, girl.
I'm 2 weeks.
Okay.
I think. Yes. Yes, because Rochelle is Wednesday, and then I'm the 14th.
Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to be with Ginger, and unfortunately, I got stuck. That was last week.
Well, you know what? I know what it feels like, and I know how you feel, how bad you feel, because it blew up on me in September, and I still feel bad, but it is what it is.
Life happens. That's what I always say. When things happen and it's out of your control, life happens. We have to roll with it. That's how it goes.
And we know that, it's not malicious, or you didn't,
well, it was.
Not like you're doing it on purpose.
Oh, it was, because it was my mother. We like to pick on mom.
But
no, I'm teasing. I love my mother. I just like to pick on her.
Oh, I didn't see that, Josh. What, Amy? What? Oh, shit. I got to get used to that. Amy goes live Tuesdays.
Oh.
But that's my council nights, right? So I only get to see every so, but I'm going to have to remember that after mom and them Wednesday morning, I'll go back and watch Amy. So at least she gets the watch hours.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's my next question. I already have the mugs ready to go, Lila. And whenever I have enough, I need about 20 folks for shirts, hoodies, and then I'll put it in an order.
Oh, you have another one coming up?
Well,
those shirts.
Soon as I know that I have 20, then we'll do the pre-order.
Okay.
And know that I.
Well, you got 2 more right now. I'm telling you, because I'm doing it slowly. I've already purchased 2, so I'm like slowly adding to mine. So you've got 2 more right now.
So it's this logo, that boat.
Mm-hmm.
These hoodies are warm.
Okay.
So they're going to be perfect for on the ship.
Okay.
Because in the evening, if you want to go for a stroll or whatever, it's going to be damp. Let's face it. It's Alaska at the end of August.
Oh, yeah.
We're starting into fall in Alaska. What I'm hoping is that the trees are going to starting to turn.
Oh, wouldn't that be pretty?
That would be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, I'm slowly adding. I took your advice, and you said get a container and start slowly tucking it in. So I've been a little bit here, little payday here, little something here, little something there. So I'm doing that with even the shirts, and I need to get hoodies too. That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. What's
going on, Johnny?
Oh, I was just sitting here listening to all the smack talk out there in the chat about
from
right up here.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, you're trying to size up the competition. That's why you're asking who all is going to be on that trip.
No.
Oh, I know you.
I was in your chat, and I was trying to drum up discussion. Is what I was trying to do.
Oh,
I'm trying to get those folks that were in there to actually say something, because I'm
lurkers.
Lurkers to say something. Okay.
But now Mike's up talking, and Aunt Lynn's talking, and
Aunt Lynn took care of it.
And it's gonna be a ton of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, the only, and I said it in the chat already, the only thing that I have any kind of angst about is that Seattle thing. I have no desire to be in Seattle. I have no desire to be in Portland, Seattle, anywhere along the West Coast at all in my life. So that's just the way it is.
So I'm part of, because I'm an elected official, even like the upper US, Canada, there's kind of like a little network that you get if there's major issues. Well, Portland, I guess Oregon proper, the governor's declared a state of emergency for 90 days, I believe, because of the fentanyl situation in Portland.
Right. And that's part of the angst, is touching something that has that on it, somewhere. And
but that's why, we've actually talked about all that, Johnny, and it's going to be a minimum of a 4-star hotel.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're not doing, unless you want to go do 1-star on your own, and I'm not going to judge anybody. I mean, I honestly am not going to judge.
Unless you want to go pay by the hour and get your hotel.
Right.
there's
and I ain't going to judge you. I ain't going, because that's just not where Sir Grace and I are a little bit more pickier. We've done a lot of traveling in our life.
Yeah.
And we just don't do the in and out hotels. That's what I like to call it.
Well, Debbie was like, "Oh, this one looks really good, hon. Did you guys look at it?" I looked at it and I read and I read and I read, and I'm like, "Did you read it or just look at pictures?" I said, "Are you pulling like a Jesse here?" And she's like, "I just looked at the pictures." I'm like, "Okay, honey, you can stay there and share the bathroom with whoever you want. It's a shared washroom."
No.
I'm like, no. This kitty cat, whenever I was 20 to save $100, probably would have done it.
So what I am going to say is I have a reputable source that's helping me out too. So I don't want anybody like worrying. And if it still isn't up to your par, then that's okay. I'm not going to be offended. But I have a very reputable source where I've tapped into that's given me sound advice as to where to go. So, I mean, I can't make promises. I'm not going to say, oh, nothing's going to happen. I won't ever do that. But what I'm going to say is that I'm not going.
It's a name. It'll be a name.
Very well known. Very well known. So it'll be, I think.
Unfortunately, the unnamed or the mom and pop, you just never know what you're going to get.
Well, even some of the names you have to be careful with. I mean, so that's where I'm going back into my reputable source that knows that area.
Yeah.
So we could.
Yeah, that's it, Wendy. No tell hotel or motel.
Yeah, we're not doing that. And I just will not. I'm accustomed to staying at nicer hotels. So take it for what it's worth.
Well, yeah, you don't want the bugs, and you don't want any of that stuff. You don't want to be, you don't want the broken door locks and the just the things that you have to deal with. Yeah, in places like that.
And the way I'm looking at it,
that I'm working with too. So it's not. I'm just not. I'm not saying yet in here because I haven't settled on a contract, but. Just saying, they're nice.
Well, and it's let's face it, 10% of your whole trip really isn't a whole lot of money for 2 days prior to a trip.
No,
give or take a little bit for a 4 to 5 star hotel, which has a restaurant, cafe, a lounge. That we can all go down and shoot the breeze and, have a good laugh and get to actually, see folks face to face. And I honestly think it's going to be a lot bigger than even we think.
Yeah.
Because Debbie just happened to mention it yesterday and 2 of the girls overheard her and they're like, "When is this?" And Debbie's like, I don't know if you can go. And she called me and she's like, Jane and I forget the other lady's name, want to know if they can go on the trip with us. I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
Anybody
I
wants.
said, it's open to anybody. I
Right.
said, it's just let them know that it's everybody's vacation.
Right. Yeah. We're not here to entertain you. There'll be fun things to do together, but
Exactly. There's going to be a lot of things.
enjoy your vacation. Go have
I
fun.
know I will be trying to get into Deal or No Deal.
It'll be fun.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
And, Debbie and I like the shows. So we will be at the shows.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, I will let everybody know how to book those. And as soon as you get on the ship, you go.
Yeah.
Because if you wait till day 2 or even day 3, you're not going to get in to see the big shows.
Right. Right.
So, yeah.
So I was looking here. Josh Sherman said, I'm at lunch, so I can't hear, but I'm reading. So he can't eat and hear at the same time.
Well, you must have a big cheeseburger.
Big cheeseburger. It's filling all that stuff.
Think about it now, Johnny. He's probably eating this juicy cheeseburger and it's crunching. He can hear the crunching sounds. So, maybe some lettuce, maybe
The bacon's going around and plugging his ears.
It does. He can't hear because he is eating. There is a reason for it. He hears his food chewing in his mouth.
Yeah. You're welcome, Lila.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But it's with all the folks crossing borders by the droves. Yeah. You know what, Wendy? There's as many come north as go south, and whatever.
Now what?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
No. I didn't say so.
It's not. No.
Nor.
You think all those folks are just cruising right through the United States and going to Canada? No.
Wendy,
Actually,
absolutely. I agree with Wendy. Meaning, be careful with where you stay.
And that's what I mean.
That's what I'm traveling. I mean, like I said, I've traveled before. I've traveled quite a bit.
Yep.
Sir Grace was in the military, so we've done enough traveling. I can tell you, we've been in some pretty interesting areas. Just don't go out and be silly, I think is the big thing. No, watch your surroundings. Don't let your guard down. Doesn't matter if you're in a small town or if you're in a big, huge city. I mean, I've lived in the world's largest city. I lived in Tokyo for a while. Although I think Japan was really awesome. But anyhow, you just got to be mindful of your surroundings and don't be silly.
And you don't go out by yourself. You go out in groups.
Yeah.
If you're going to go out, you go out in groups.
Yeah.
Right,
and let somebody else know where you're going so that way they can keep tabs.
Exactly. Like Jesse and I both want to see the Space Needle.
Mm.
Yeah. All right, Johnny. Both of us want to see the Space Needle.
Yeah.
So, and Debbie wants to see the fish market.
Yeah.
So, and I know Jesse and them, they want to do, there's some blowing glass or something near the Space Needle. Right. So I don't know if we'll do the Space Needle and then we'll go to the fish market. Right. I just want to see them yelling at one another and firing fish across. And, let's face it, there's some knick-knacky things that I really think,
yeah,
like different foods and whatever, like fresh seafood,
right.
The boats pull up behind the fish market. That's how fresh all the, and they'll cook it right there for you.
Right.
And there's restaurants, but I agree with Johnny. There's some certain areas I ain't going to go anywhere close to in Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that even goes with, it doesn't matter where you're at. I think that's pretty standard. Just be mindful. I mean, I can tell
Mm-hmm.
you I've got a lot of stories, and I don't have time to go into all that, but just be mindful with wherever you're at. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Randy.
Common sense goes a long way if used correctly. Ding, ding. Well, gentlemen, it is time for me to take Sir Grace off.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna probably stay on for about 5 more minutes and see if there's any more questions. And
I can hang 5 minutes. That's fine. I can do that.
Yeah, well, because I've got to go take my next round of antibiotics here. The only thing they say it hurts your stomach. It's not hurting my stomach any now. Hey, I've lost 25 pounds.
Wow.
In a month.
Wow.
Like you can, like even in my face, it's a hell of a way to lose weight, but
I don't know if I would want to do it. Well, I don't know if I'd want to do it that way because that'd be really hard.
Well, that's how I lost the 145 before COVID.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
And I was able to keep most of it off. G'day, Dale.
Yeah.
Hi, Dale.
Oh. I could lose 25. I'm with Wendy. And hey, Randy, I see that you're in.
Hi, Randy.
Yeah, Randy pulled in. Where are you in the U.S. of A., sir?
Okay, I want to ask you guys, can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're good.
Great. So, yep. So
with those earbuds, if you turn them a little bit towards the front, sometimes you do get a little loud. But we can hear you fine.
Just tilt it.
Just tilt it a little bit forward, but we can hear you fine.
Tilt them forward and make them less loud or more loud?
More loud. We can hear your voice.
More loud.
Now say something.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's slightly better. Yeah.
Slightly. Yep.
Slightly better.
Hello.
Yeah.
Tokyo.
And Wendy says she can't see other chats. So hey, everyone. So just.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, here. Now everybody can see you, Wendy.
There we go.
I'm on muscle relaxers. Oh, Jamie, yes, I'm on. I don't even know the name of the antibiotics, but they're wicked. I call them poison.
Yeah, you're on some pretty strong.
Ooh,
I know,
Randy, that's disgusting. Just left home, going to LA. I hope that's Louisiana and not.
I think it's Louisiana.
Oh, I pray to God.
Surely it's Louisiana.
Oh man.
I don't envy him if he has to drive through LA because that would be back-to-back traffic. I had a friend that lived there, and whew, that's back-to-back.
I was supposed to go to Ontario, California, and they rerouted me. Thank God. That's one state I never had to drive in was California. Yeah.
So before you get off, I guess we maybe talk if you don't mind. I can.
No, that's why I called you up. But
okay, all right. So everybody probably knows by now, but if you don't, the Teen Killer YouTube meetup is going to be April 26th, 27th, 28th of this year. I hope everybody can hear me okay. I'm trying to.
You're good. You're good. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Perfect.
Okay. So what is going to happen? Well, what is happening is we're having something. If you went to Pinecone Fest, we're actually trying to have something similar to that. A very laid back YouTube meetup where you're not just pushed and to run and do and things like that. So everybody can come, they can visit, they can have a great time. You can meet the folks that you've always wanted to meet that you haven't been able to meet so far. And I'm telling it, I like to tell everybody it's like a family reunion, only you're picking your family. So, which, what that's without getting into details.
Yeah.
So anyway, you can come and enjoy family, friends, enjoy the food. There will be food, I'm sure. We're going to have a couple of Blackstones there. There is plenty of camping. We did a live, Amy Leonard did a live out there, and we're probably going to do another live. We may do one this weekend out there where we're going to go around, and if anybody, be watching for that. It'll probably be some kind of a pop-up deal. But if anybody's got they're wanting to know about a spot, they looked and they go, well, I wonder what this one actually looks like when you get there, because the generic map that you get, it won't show you, but I can go right to that spot and I can show you the spot and everything. So that would be something that we're going to try to do. We're also going to try to get the lodge there to allow us to do the room video tours. And I'm going to try to get to the hotels and do room video tours. Now, there are different cabins. There are different, I'm reading Randy's stuff out there. He's got baby oil and all kind of, anyway.
I'm reading that too, and I'm just staying right away from there. Jamie got herself into that.
So anyway, so the room tours, I'm going to try to get a cost of hotels and things like that at that time, how hotels, they change with the seasons and the cost and the rates and the things like that. So we're going to try to get what the cost is going to be right then. If you are going to go, there is a email address. It's called 10killerYTmeetup@gmail.com. Again, 10 killer spelled TEN killer YT meetup@gmail.com. So if you're coming, make sure that you send us something saying that you're coming, kind of RSVP, that you're coming, and that way we can put you on the list, because we're going to start running all these channels that are coming across the bottom of our live and stuff like that, so that people will know who all's coming, who they want to meet, who they want to see, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right now we've got over 40 channels that we know of that are coming, and if you can possibly make it, yes, Leonard, Mountain Amy, that was very nice. It's on their community section of their page. They've got a picture of the map that shows the numbers as well, and that map is a pretty good map that they posted. So
they didn't have that last year.
but like I said, you can actually, there's just 15 minutes is as far as you can stay away from the meetup. I mean, that's how close everything is. 15 minutes is like the farthest hotel. So that's quite a difference from a lot of meetups, where you might have to drive quite a ways to get to a hotel or something and we're hotel folks, but this time we're staying in the campground. We're going to stay in our camper at the campground. That's unusual for us. I'm going to go down to the deer lease and I'm going to go get it. I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to bring it up there and park it at the campground, and we're going to stay there, because I think it would be better if I'm there 24 hours, or we're there 24 hours with folks. So, yeah, and Wendy, we're hoping something works out for you so you can go. I understand there's a house thing going on right then for you, but if at all possible, we would love to see you. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. Like I said, 10killerYTmeetup@gmail.com if you have any specific questions or anything like that. And we can hopefully answer your questions. So anyway, that's what I got on that.
Right.
And And the Rambler won't be going, but for their giveaway, there will be Rambler's maple syrup there this year. It's a
Thank
tradition.
you. Thanks, Scott. Thank you, Scott.
Always do, brother. And it's killing me, but
Uh,
anyways, life is
I
life.
understand.
But-
So, but yeah, and just think about it, guys. I mean, if you've always wanted to get together, it's a good time. Now there's going to be a bunch of us going to get together in 2025 at a big old boat over there and head up to Alaska. And there's going to be lots of crying, especially from like right up here.
Right here. He's got this all wrong. Bless his heart. Bless his little heart. I just don't know why.
See that throwing the bless his heart thing out there.
As my mama always says,
She
I'll bless
started with
people
that,
all
Johnny.
the time.
She started with the bless your little heart.
Bless your little heart.
Yeah. I have actually said that to somebody before, and I mean, they got
offended. Yeah, you got to be really
they
careful.
got so offended because I said bless your heart.
I know. It means so many different things depending on where you're at. So
Yes. Yeah, it's the context and stuff like that. But see, I can laugh about it because
I
you know
can
what?
too.
Thick skin,
Thick
guys.
skin.
Thick.
Well, when you're married to a veteran, you have to have thick skin. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And
Some people can't take anything.
I know.
I mean, I'm finding it out a lot on YouTube right now. There's just some things that can't be taken for
Well,
whatever
I'm not going
reason.
to say what this was, but Scott and I were talking yesterday, and he said, I just feel bad for you. I said, I feel bad for the person who has to put up with me. Because
Yes, it is.
That's how it is.
Well,
That's
and
just
that's
crazy.
it. Like Glenda and I have really we knew each other going into this whole cruising Alaska, but we're literally family now because I honestly, there's some weeks I talk to Glenda more than I do Debbie.
Right now, Randy, all I'm picturing is it rubs the lotion on its skin is what I'm picturing.
Soft skin.
You know what that's from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
rubs the lotion on its skin.
Well, gentlemen, I have to cut it short. I have to get moving.
I was going to say, yes, you go and
the next appointment. So
get my brother off to his next appointment.
I will. Y'all have a great day. Hit the like button for Scott on the way out, okay?
Well, and Glenda, leave yours roll. We won't be that much, but
okay.
Just leave it roll, and then I'll kick you out at the end.
All right, sounds like a plan. Have a great day, guys.
All right, toodles.
Bye.
But it's going to be a lot of fun, and if you want to start looking at excursions, start now, guys.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Your best. So there's one that I'm trying to get Jesse to remember where they went, and they went fishing. It wasn't with the cruise line. Yeah, it wasn't with the cruise line. It was actually, he found them on Facebook, I believe. And the guy had them there like an hour and a half before he was supposed to. He cleaned all their fish for them. He smoked the fish. He packed it in dry ice. He said, when are you going to be home? 2 days after they were home, they had their fish sitting on their front deck. He ships. Obviously, it's all for a price, but who cares? It's. I don't plan on going to Alaska more than once. I see snow all the time. This is a bucket list for us. And, if I'm going to spend what I'm spending to go to Alaska, I can go to 2 Caribbean cruises in the winter.
Yeah, he's wanting to go on a cruise, folks, where he doesn't get sick.
We'll be, yeah. Like, I'm kicking my, I had somebody contact me and ask me if I had taken a water sample. And I'm like, didn't even think about it. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it. But they got my name from, or somebody gave them my name and said, there's a possible person for you to. And I'm like, well, number one, I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not what I do, is go sue people. Whatever. I said, I'm not interested. But
same here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's what I mean. And he's got a couple boats, Jamie. So I think, and I'm getting Terry to get more information on the white railroad or whatever, because everyone that I've watched on YouTube now, you literally go into Canada, there's a cement cylinder, and they said, you're in the US, you're in Canada, yay, you're in Canada. Literally does a big loop and you go back down. There's no fish fry and there's no panning for gold. And I said, well, that was the big draw that we all wanted to do. So I said, I'm not going to personally pay $400 or $500 when I can pay $150 and go for a 2.5 hour instead of a 6 hour. Like, you're going to see beautiful views in 2.5 hours and save yourself a lot of money. But the little one didn't do all these extras. So Terry was quite confused because he said, that's what they're given, is that's what it does. And I said, well, maybe it's just the people were told that they couldn't video. I don't know. But I said, Debbie and I spent 8 hours 2 weeks ago on a Sunday just searching the railroad to see if we could find, where the creek was. Like, some of these drops are 4,000 feet. And you get me down, you're going to need a crane to get me back out. Or one of those boats, and I'll go down the Fraser River and I'll meet you out in the, well, hopefully I don't make the wrong turn in Albuquerque and end up in the Bering Sea or something. But, it just, hey, Tamara, it's just, I want to make sure, and I'm not going to stop anybody from going on the big one. If you want to go into Canada and see some rocks, fill your boots. I just know I won't be there. I'll
Coming
be
from the Canadian.
Yeah. Coming that I see snow and I see rocks. Okay. I'll take you all for a drive.
You can just go up to Scott's house and he'll take you and drive around looking at some
Exactly.
rocks.
I'll take you over to the farm. There's lots of rocks. There's, we're gonna start actually in about, well, in a month. We will be washing all the syrup stuff, and depending on how, like, it's almost 40 degrees here right now. I've never seen weather like this. We had 2 weeks of cold weather, and now it's 30.
I think it's coming back.
38.
I think it's coming back. I think it's around 60. It's 65, I think, here right now. But
Okay.
they said in the middle of February here, we are going to be about 40 degrees below our normal high temperature.
Yeah.
in 2 to 2.5 weeks from right now, and I'm like, yeah, calving season, guys. That's what's going on. We got several heifers that were due February into March,
Yep.
and calving season, 40 degrees below normal high, and our normal high is around 40 in February. So, what does that tell you?
So everybody that goes to the meetup, bring your carpentry tools. Johnny's having a barn raising.
But that's funny that you say that, because we actually have some things that are actually going to be going on right then. Yeah, there's people bringing pigs from states away over here to live pigs. So yeah.
Did I send you that one this morning, or did I send it just to Jesse? Oh, hang on.
What's that?
So I just looked up our temperature. We're 37, 35, 31, 37, 39, 40, 42 for the next week and a half. Like,
Yep.
we're always back into like the plus, the -5 Celsius to +5. Like, that's perfect syrup weather. And that's usually the first week of March through to the mid-April. I'm telling you, we don't have a whole lot of frost right now. So the season's going to go boom, and it's going to be a crap season again this year. Do you know, are there any fishing excursions through NCL? Yes, there is, Jamie. I will post. I just watched it. I'll go back in my stuff, Jamie, and I'll post it on the Facebook page. I'm praying that's wrong. Weatherman has been. Hey, you're not a weatherman, Tamara, unless you're wrong. We are 71 in Texas today.
Yeah, I think we got up to about 70 yesterday.
Wow.
And we're supposed to be like 68 today, 65 tomorrow, I think.
And then you have Bill and them freezing their knickers off here right now. What did he say it was? Yeah. -35 Fahrenheit at his place right now.
Next 3 days, the high is supposed to be -20. So.
Oh, yeah, I do. We haven't been that cold this year, Bill. I normally do that every year. So all that you do is you boil just plain water, and you throw it up in the air, and it just turns into gas.
Linda says temps are rising in the lower states, except for those days when it's -6 and -7. We were colder than Scott here just about a couple of weeks ago. We were colder than Scott was up there, and I'm sure that we may be colder than Scott again here in a couple of weeks. So temps are rising, but they're also freezing. So right now,
Josh said they're 72 right now where he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
it's crazy.
It's pretty. Actually, looking back over people tend to only look back at like last year and the year before and stuff like that. Well, I strongly remember way back in the 70s things that happened like this. I remember many summers that were 110 degrees during the day. I remember them well. I remember lots of winters that were below zero. Yeah. So it's not new.
It's a cycle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah.
So.
And it's I had one person say to me, it's something in our food, our memories are going. All that I did was just went, yeah, right here. You want to know why your memory's going?
Yeah.
You're frying your brain. That's why.
That's true.
If I can use hands-free and keep that as far away from my head as I can, I do it. But
Yes.
they couldn't wrap that. Sorry, I gotta use
You know,
it. They couldn't wrap it around their head that they were actually frying their brain with cell phones. And I have friends that have never owned a cell phone. They're sharp as a tack. And
yeah.
it's like,
So
hey, Jess,
John,
Jesse's girl.
Jesse's girl,
Yeah.
beautiful and cool, 55 here in Roseburg. But as soon as we get through the mountain range to the coast, it's supposed to be raining, of course. And Josh, you have said exactly that is exactly right. Don't let the weather fool you. It will freeze again in a few weeks. I mean, no matter what happens right now, get ready, guys,
Yep.
because it's gonna be cold again, real cold. And
Absolutely.
so,
And you know, let's face it.
Bill,
All right, leave it to
yeah,
Bill.
yeah, asteroid
Hopefully-
hurling toward Earth. How can we fix this problem? Let's tax everybody more.
Yeah. But it's yeah. Like I say, folks, you know, I just wanted to kind of bring everybody up to speed today. Just Terry's gonna start calling folks, and you know, he's gonna start out and just go ahead, start you have no problems. You want to put $5 on, or you want to just save it yourself and then put it in at the end. That's totally up to yourself. And if you see that you may have to borrow it, you might want to talk to Terry sooner rather than later, because that is a process. It's not like, you know, the day that your money's due, you're going to call Terry and go, yeah, I'm going to have to finance this. It ain't going to work. So anyways, it's, and like Glenda said, we're not going to be staying at some, well,
in and out.
the majority of us will not be staying at an inn. But we're going to ensure that there's a good spot, lobby, restaurant that can accommodate a good number of folks that, you know, we're not going to want to go sit in our rooms. We're going to want to shoot the poo and, you know, meet people as they come in the first day. Because if you've booked your air through NCL, you're at their beck and call. You will be somewhere. Yeah.
Josh. It's that Apple thing, Josh. You know what? Apple products.
I always have one of those hanging out of my ear. But again, frying your brain.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably next thing you know, I'm at that age right now, though. I think that if it's
It
too
really
late.
don't matter now, Johnny. You're on the downslope, brother.
So Jerry's got 10 pins done for the cruise so far. Awesome,
Yeah,
Jerry.
I saw that. Right on. 25, 26, 27. If the two nurses signed up today, then you're 27.
So everybody, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have an Apple unless I do it on this.
So remind everybody that tonight, Homestead Hangout. We're having Homestead Hangout tonight. So 5 o'clock Central for us, Gillen Farms. 6 o'clock for White Rock Homestead. 7 o'clock for Not for Nothing Homestead, and 8 o'clock for 9 Acre Family Farms. And yes, I do know that there are other channels that are going live, so I'm sure they will pop in and say when they're live and stuff like that. So, but
Now
we
is
look
White
forward
Rock
to
still
seeing you
going?
tonight.
Are Jason
I'm
and Tara
sure
still going live, or because they're at Mama V's,
they
aren't they?
they haven't sent us anything saying they're not.
Okay. Well,
You
maybe
know,
they're just gonna
usually,
go. They could be home too. I don't know.
no, they're there. They had their truck broke down pulling
Oh
the
no.
Nugget over there, and so the truck went bye on a rollback to a transmission shop. You know, I'm not going to mention what brand it was, but it starts with an F and ends with a D. And so it went to
I'm
the
not shocked.
transmission shop, and the Nugget got pulled on in by O'Rourke's Littlefield to Mama V's, and they are actually going to just basically live there until their truck is fixed. So, and I'm sure Mama V has enough internet for them to pull their live off out there. So,
Oh yeah, probably.
um,
I was just,
anyway,
wasn't sure if, the whole crew was still there, because I saw last night, like there was Sean and Kelly, Mama V, Tara and Jason, Jan was there. Like, yeah, there was
I'm
a
sure.
whole gaggle of people there.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I am sure. So,
anyways, folks, is there anything else you want to add, Johnny?
I'm good. Thanks, sir.
So Johnny goes live, guys, in 4 hours. So that gives you a little bit of time to do some procrastinating. And after you're done your procrastinating, have dinner. And now, Nanny Tam, you got that video out yet? I forgot to look, but I will go look as soon as I log off here.
2 of them.
Who?
2.
Whew. I better pick up the pace. And
You better pick it up.
I just dropped another one today. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Yeah.
And
Nanny has 2.
wow. So
She's
yeah,
rolling.
what I will do is probably either put out a couple shorts of the encore as we went by it in Miami, just to show you the size. It's pretty good. Like it's a nice size ship. It's a ship, at least you're going to get to see it all. Like we never did get to see all the celebration. It's just too big. Same as the new one that just came out there this week. How the heck has anybody ever, like, you got to do a back-to-back 14-day cruise to even get to see all that ship? Now,
Wow.
whenever your cheapest is $3,000 for an interior room, it's going to be a cold day, and you know what, before I'll ever get in that ship. But
so we're looking forward to that cruise. I mean,
it's going to be, if you've never been on a cruise, it's addictive. It's addictive.
I hope not.
It's addictive, Johnny.
Hope not.
I still remember the first one. Debbie sat in the bed and she looked back at me. I was on the couch and she said, "Mama like." And we've done at least one a year since.
Wow.
But anyways, folks, you guys take care. And I'm still waiting to hear tomorrow night. I'm supposed to have a special guest. I'm still waiting for confirmation. But if not, we might just do an open mic night. We haven't had one of those yet this year, so we'll see what transpires. Anyways, take care.
Bye, guys.